Stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Got a packed crowd here tonight. First thing we have on the agenda, excuse me, is the swearing-in ceremony for Patrol Officer Philip Watkins.
Roll call.
Roll call.
Mayor O'Connor.
Here.
Morissette.
Here.
Sorry.
Alms. Here. McCormick.
Here.
Weber.
Here.
Hall.
Yes.
You're going to do the pinning, right? Yes. Okay, sounds good. Do you want to raise your right hand and repeat after me? I, Philip Watkins,
I, Philip Watkins,
having been appointed as patrol officer
having been appointed as patrol officer
for the City of Hudson Police Department,
for the City of Hudson Police Department,
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin,
and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin,
and will faithfully and impartially
and will faithfully and impartially
discharge duties of said office
discharge the duties of said office
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Philip and his wife live in River Falls, Wisconsin. They've been there for almost 3 years now. He worked at the nuclear power plant down in Prairie Island for a little while, and he's a lieutenant in the Army National Guard. And this is his first law enforcement job, so we're very excited to have him on board. Now, if she can get it in without sticking him, we're good.
Congratulations. All right, we've got time for citizen comments now. I see that we have the Hudson ambassadors in the audience. I think that you might have something to say tonight. Welcome, and
Just hold on
hang
a
on,
second.
Gloria.
Just hold on a second. They're going to go first.
are you an ambassador, Hudson ambassador, Gloria?
Go ahead, ladies. It's on. Yep.
Okay. Hi, and good evening. My name is Destiny Willard, and I'm sponsored by Sunworks and Pita Pit.
Hi, my name is Crystal Anderson, and I am sponsored by Big Guys Barbecue Roadhouse.
Hi, my name is Maddie Wassman, and I'm sponsored by St. Croix Skincare.
Hi, I'm Josie Kramer, and I'm sponsored by St. Croix Dentistry. Thank you.
All right, so we are your 2016-2017 Hudson Ambassadors. Our program was previously known as the Miss Hudson program. Within the past April and onto June, we went through a period of candidacy. It consisted of 12 girls all wanting to be crowned as a Hudson Ambassador. We went through parades, an interview, and a tough pageant, but us 4 girls were selected by 3 judges to represent this town. What we do as Hudson Ambassadors is we travel to different communities and show towns and the town people just what Hudson is. We have attended many parades on our second home, which is the Bell 2. We pass through parades dancing on our float, showing everyone that Hudson is not only a beautiful and unique town, but it's also a fun and lively place to be. We have also attended many other pageants in towns for people fighting for their spot to represent their community. We've also attended Hudson events such as National Night Out, Halos of the St. Croix, Spirit on the St. Croix, and also the Helping Hands. Us 4 girls have been representing our town of Hudson for the past 4 months now, and we all want to say thank you to the City of Hudson. We thank you for sponsoring us as well as supplying the things we need to make this year possible. We also want to thank you for letting us represent this beautiful city we all call home. As we travel from city to city and go to each event, all we can do is say thank you. So we appreciate everything every one of you do to make this year possible. And now we're open to questions if anyone has any.
Unfortunately, we really can't, can we? Right. I would imagine. All right. Anybody got questions?
I'd just like to say thank you for your service. I know you're putting in a lot of time to benefit the city of Hudson, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
No? Anybody else? Thank you very much for your service. It's great to have you out there representing us, and I'm sure you're all doing a very good job. Thank you very much. I would also like to recognize the scouts that we have here tonight. You're here to earn your merit badges? Yes. Did you want to say anything? No. All right, well, it's great to have you guys here, and again, thank you for the work you do in our community as well. Gloria.
I'm the official ambassador for over at Friends of the Library. That's why I am an ambassador. Anyway, I have some safety issues that I wanted to bring up for you folks to look at and see if something can be done. Basically, everything concerns the library. And since these are my driving glasses, the lighting outside the main door, the front door, which is on Vine and 1, doesn't seem to me to be strong enough. You can't really see anything. And you have a huge section of steps to go down when you leave there, and with inadequate light, it's just a potential for maybe someone hurting themselves. We don't want that to happen. We have a lovely parking lot. In the summertime, it usually has a lot of bathing beauties in it and not too much space for the people that are attending the library, either workers or visitors. And would you look at possibly making that for library use only during library hours? You can park there later, but maybe not when we're working. That would be very helpful. Now, I've been in Hudson now about 5 years, so I'm still an alien. And I don't think that we've ever had a fire drill or fire instructions from the fire department for the whole building when we're open. And I wondered if, you could look into that for us, because everyone that would be in the library mostly is upstairs on the second floor. So it's not as if we would just run out a door. If you could have somebody look into that. And then one of the things that I really feel strongly about is having U.S. and Wisconsin flags installed in this little island that we have back in the parking area. They already have lights there 24 hours. So all we really need is a flag for each. And if possible, maybe a POW flag. That wouldn't hurt my feelings at all. And if there's somebody involved in transportation or road work, whatever that department is, if you take a look at First Street and Cooley, the intersection down there by Dairy Queen, could you please put up a sign that says, "Don't block the intersection"? It's hazardous when you're down there trying to get through. And that's all. And I want to thank you all for being here. And I want to thank all you people for showing up. This is wonderful. And library, we're having our sale this week, so come on over and get some books.
Thanks, Gloria. Anybody else have any comments? How you doing tonight?
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea Jorgensen with Hudson Area Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau, and thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. I'm here to invite everyone in this room, as well as within the community, to the 31st Annual Christmas Tour of Homes. We're very excited to have another great event. This event has been, as you know, around a long time and has become a tradition here in Hudson. And we have 4 homes on the tour this year, along with the Octagon House, and we're very happy that many people enjoy visiting our community because of the diversity that we have in our homes, as well as the hard work of the homeowners that go through great efforts to make it a spectacular event. So I'm just here to encourage everybody to come out on November 18th through the 20th. We have 2 different home tours that are available. There's an evening tour on Friday night and what we call the traditional tour on Saturday and Sunday. And they promise to be exemplary. So if you're interested, certainly contact the Chamber of Commerce. New this year, people who are interested in joining us can register to buy a ticket online at discoverhudsonwi.com, or they can certainly call us at 715-386-8411. And I just also want to mention these lovely ladies, our Hudson ambassadors, will be joining us that Friday night. So please come out and join us for the Christmas tour of homes. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Anybody else? Any comments? Any comments? Any comments? Close this portion of the agenda. And go to the consent agenda.
Consent agenda this evening, approve the regular session meeting minutes of October 3rd, 2016. Approve claims in the amount of $759,466.78. Detail on the claims is available at the clerk's office and on the city's webpage. Contingent on payment of any outstanding debt owed to the city and successful completion of the background check, approve the issuance of a regular operator's license for the period of October 25th, 2016 to June 30th, 2018 to Jamie Halkema, Jill Steffens, Wendy Peterson, Kendrick Hulls, Jackson Rayleigh, Anna Kuzman, and Alexander Carlson. To restrict parking on the north side of Vine Street between 10th and 11th Street and limit one space on 10th Street and 11th Street adjacent to the Vine Street Sledding Hill Park. To implement a residential parking system on Fillmore Street between 10th and 11th Street. To place a crosswalk on Wisconsin Street at its intersection with Hunter Hill Road. To approve the Hudson High School Band Color Run on Saturday, April 8th, 2017, from 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., beginning and ending at Hudson High School. To renew the dumpster agreement with San Pedro's with the understanding that it is to be used only for refuse and recycling from San Pedro's. To allow St. Croix County to park their MC1 communications van at the Ward Avenue buildings.
Please pull that one.
Okay. To approve a special event permit for Hot Air Affair Incorporated and their request for designation as a community event, contingent on payment of the EMS standby charges, the city attorney approving the 2017 certificate of insurance, and approval of the fireworks display by the fire chief. To place on file the Public Utility Commission minutes of October 18th, 2016, and to authorize the fire chief to sell the 1992 Kenworth fire truck. That is all.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, consent agenda has been moved and seconded minus, it was item I, Randy?
Yes.
Okay. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh, roll call, sorry
McCormick?
about that.
Yes.
Hall?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Marset?
Yes.
Alms?
Yes.
Let me go back to
Yep, motion's approved, and go back to item I.
I'd like to send that back to public safety. The van does not fit in the storage at the golf course.
Whoa. Okay,
I don't know, do we need a formal motion to put?
Then it's in the minutes.
Okay.
I'll move that we defer the motion back to public safety.
Second.
it's been moved and seconded to send item I back to public safety. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Discussion and possible action on the request for an extension of a timely startup requirement for River City Hospitality Center.
Is there, you're representing us. As noted in my issue sheet, they have requested, the sale didn't happen as quickly as they thought it was going to, so they've requested an extension to the end of May of 2017. So that's what they're requesting, so it's up to the council then to make a determination.
Maybe we could get a little update on the project? Any particulars briefly, I guess?
Good evening. I'm Joel Carey. I'm Doug Roy's business partner with LHR Hospitality. Doug couldn't be here tonight, so I'm representing the company. Quick update is we have not closed on the property as of yet. We couldn't execute the banquet center because it became a staging area. The parking lot became a staging area for the construction. I don't know if you've driven by there lately, but there's huge piles of lots of stuff. So we just didn't feel it was a safe environment to try to do some sort of an event center at this point in the game. So looking to be closing up on the land on November 15th is our goal as of today. So any questions?
I'll move we approve the extension.
Second. Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Thanks.
Thank you.
Discussion possible action on fitness equipment area at Lakefront Park.
Hi, I'm Hannah Burns, and I'm hoping to build a fitness park in Lakefront Park. And an update is I met with the Parks Board at their last meeting, and we've narrowed down possible placement of the fitness equipment to staggered along the bike trail in Lakefront Park, or all in one spot at close to the beach house at the start of the bike trail in Lakefront Park. And also, in terms of fundraising, I have been selected as one of 3 finalists for the Spark Grant that will be awarded tomorrow. And are there any questions from all of you?
I don't have a question for Hannah, but thank you. My question is more for the legal, Catherine, about his liability insurance. What does it do, if anything, different from what already is existing?
Well, we should have recreational immunity for the park and discretionary immunity for the municipality, so.
Does that apply to us putting these apparatuses in?
Well, you have swing sets, you have various
Good.
other types of equipment, it's all recreational, so it should apply. I mean, depending on the facts and circumstances, something can happen, but you do have those protections.
Okay.
I have a question on the location. When you have two propositions. On the one where you locate it all together, it's a little hard to tell from the map that I have, but it looks like that's in the area that's flooded frequently.
It's not in the area that's flooded. It's up above the hill where it slopes down to the trees and stuff. There's 2 picnic tables currently there, and there's space enough to put it in between those 2 picnic tables.
So it's not in the wooded
No.
area then?
No.
Okay, so it would be just to the north of the bathhouse, is that the
Yes.
area, that open space there?
Hannah, what is Spark?
It's the Spark grant from the Hudson Community Foundation, the $5,000 Spark grant that I've applied for to help towards fundraising.
So what's the total cost of the equipment?
The equipment costs $15,000, and installation costs another $5,000. So it's $20,000 together.
And the grant is $5,000, you said?
Yes.
The playground surface provided by the city is 0? Help me understand. In the write-up said playground surface provided by the city is $0. Does that mean the city is going to pay for what would the surface be?
Well, the surface can be, it doesn't need to be cement underneath it. It can be, but otherwise it can be installed in just the ground. But we had needed to discuss like what the surfacing would be and if the city would provide it.
Yeah. Because the cost of the surface for the playground, the universal playground that we installed, was significant.
Tom's here, I don't know if.
So what are the plans for that, I guess, is, since it's an unbudgeted item at this point.
You're doing a good job though, so.
I do know that at the October 4th Parks meeting, we discussed this, and they approved the two different locations. The type of surface or construction wasn't really discussed, although looking at the brochure, they talk about concrete. And getting back to the pour-in-place, like we have at the Universal Park, I think that'd be an excellent idea, but more on the expensive side. So I guess that's yet to be determined. We could get a cost on both, and then, we still have time to see about the installation, and then they still have to determine if they're gonna put it in the location north of the bathhouse parking lot, or if they're gonna stagger it along the hiking trail, going from the bathhouse parking lot to St. Croix Street.
So Tom or Hannah, do you have a time frame? And if the money's not funded, the project's just gonna go away, or?
No, I'm hoping to have the funds raised by January, and installation, we're hoping to have it installed in June.
Okay.
Ongoing maintenance, is that an issue?
What did you say? Sorry.
Ongoing maintenance?
It shouldn't need much maintenance because it's playground equipment basically. So it doesn't usually require much maintenance, especially if it's on a concrete pad of some sort.
Hannah, what prompted you to do this?
I was actually in Eau Claire and on a family bike ride, and we came across the new fitness playground installation in Owen Park, and we thought that'd be super cool to have in Hudson. So I thought that'd be a cool project.
Great initiative.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. Nice
I'll move
job.
to approve.
Got a motion?
Second.
Motion second. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Nice job, Hannah.
Thank you.
Discussion of possible action on request for permanent part-time position in the wastewater department.
Good evening again. Did put out an issue sheet, like we talked about in finance. I believe everybody is here. Looking to add part-time help, 20 hours a week, full-time year-round, roughly 1,040 hours. Budget, it is in my budget, roughly about $12,000, so.
I'll move to approve.
Second?
Motion second to approve. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Thank you. A discussion of possible action on interagency agreement with the Hudson School District. Chief?
Thank you. I believe most of you were here for the finance meeting. Again, this interagency agreement will help communications between us and the school district, especially when it has to do with, the school district needing information from us, or if we're doing an investigation through using their student records and so forth. Again, like Catherine said, this is not a state requirement, but the state statutes do cover it. They've been looked at by 3 other attorneys. I know the Sheriff's Department, I believe, has already signed it and I believe North Hudson's going to be signing it shortly.
I'll move we approve the interagency agreement with the school district.
Second.
Motion is second to approve. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Thanks, Marty. Discussion and possible action on acceptance of fire department grant and determination of funding source for city's matching funds.
Hi, good
Brenda.
evening. Tonight, I'm asking you to accept the grant that the fire department applied for from the Wisconsin DNR. The amount of the grant is $14,100. $7,050 would be funded by the Wisconsin DNR, and then we have a match requirement of $7,050. In their 2016 capital budget, they have $13,000 remaining, so that would fund that grant match requirement. In their 17 budget, then they would purchase their brush truck. If the funds in the 17 budget weren't appropriated for some reason, they do have $37,000 in their fire department reserve account that they could use to purchase that brush truck. So tonight, I'm just asking you to accept the grant and determine the funding source. I think the funding source could be the 2016 fire capital budget that's remaining.
What's the designated use of the grant? What's the
The
purpose?
purchase of the skid unit, that would go in the new brush truck that they would purchase in 17.
I'll move we accept the grant money and we use the existing capital as you said.
Yes.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Discussion and possible action on funding for a Carmichael Road corridor study.
Finance Committee recommended approval of $50,000 for Carmichael Corridor Study, which would extend from the north corporate limits at the Prairie Elementary School, middle school facility south to the south end of the city of Hudson, which is at and near the Rivercrest Elementary School. The funds would come from the 2016 contingency fund. Please answer any questions.
Questions?
Move to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded for approval. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Thanks, Danny.
To clarify, it's for $50,000.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. I have no communications, nothing here to say. Anybody?
I have one.
Okay.
I'd like to congratulate the varsity Hudson's football team for winning their first playoff game last Friday. They are heading to Stevens Point this Friday for the second round. So they're doing real well.
Excellent. Thanks, Randy. Anybody else? Kathy? Anything? Okay.
Yes.
Devin?
Couple reminders about the election, since this is the last meeting prior to the election. So your November meetings are the 14th and 21st, just as a reminder to the council. We do have, well, we've had it for a few weeks, but we do have election workers here now for in-person absentee voting here in the council chambers. We had about 140 people today. We already have over almost 1,700 absentee ballots either applied for or returned. So polling places will be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Those regular polling places. People that choose to vote that day should anticipate waiting a little bit. You know, we always have people that seem so shocked at a presidential election that they have to wait, but we'll do everything we can to get people in and out as quickly as possible, but budget yourself, you know, a half hour to 45 minutes just in case. If you still can register to vote, but you have to do that in person through Friday, November 4th, the Friday before election, or you can register at the polls. So that is still available, where there is no longer registration by mail. But we've been getting a lot of phone calls, so if people have questions, they can call City Hall here and we'll get them to the right spot, so. I think that's it.
Okay, thanks, Devin. Yep. All right, next item is going into entertaining motion to go into closed session.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, moved and seconded to go into closed session. Roll call.
Weber?
Yes.
Alms? Yes. McCormick?
Yes.
Morissette?
Yes.
Hall?
Yes.
Motion's approved. For you scouts, we're closing the doors. It's a private session. And you're probably done for your badge, because all we're gonna do is come back and adjourn.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Okay, entertain a motion?
I'll move to approve the continuance of negotiations as discussed in closed session.
Second.
Okay, moved and seconded. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
Adjournment's moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Stand adjourned. Thanks, everybody.